Okay, so let's look at number 8 here on the back of this worksheet. We're continuing on with our transforming functions. On number 8, it says use the graph to determine a function rule for f of x. Let g of x be a vertical translation 2 units down of f of x. So we're going to write a rule. And then number 3, we want to write the actual function. What happens when we apply that rule and get the numbers for our function. And then finally, we'll graph g of x on this line here with that line. So in part A, all they're asking us for is the equation of this original line. This is our f of x line. They want the equation of that. So the number here with the x, when it's in this form, is going to be the slope. And remember, from a graph, we can get the slope of these lines if we do the rise over run from one point on the graph to the other. So from this point to this point, I have to go up 1, 2, 3, and then I have to go to the right 1. So my slope for this is going to be 3 over 1. We can write that as 3, so we'll put a big 3 in front of the x. The second part of this thing here is where it crosses the y-axis. In this case, it crosses at -4, so my -4 goes here. Don't let the fact that they put a plus here throw you off. That's just the way they'll write it on this test. If your number's negative, just because there's a plus there doesn't mean that the answer is going to be plus. It's just a way of writing it in a general form. You put the plus or minus on the number when you put it in. Notice plus and minus is the same thing as 3x minus 4. All right. Now we've got to write a rule. So we want to do a vertical translation 2 units down. So we come back to our little sheet here. The down part is here in the top left. That means add or subtract a number from our output or our whole function. We're going down, so the number needs to be minus. So we're going to take our original function. So our rule can be g of x is equal to f of x, our original function, minus 2 units. All right. Now to get our actual function, g of x, we're going to take out the f of x part now and put in what we found to be the equation of that line, 3x minus 4. So in this case, f of x goes away and we'll put what f of x is equal to. 3x minus 4 minus 2. And then if you combine those like terms, you'll get the equation of your new function. This will be 3x minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. All right, I'll leave you to graph that one on your own, part D. Graph that line on there for that problem. Take your pencil and scratch out number 9. We're not there yet, so leave that one alone. Let's look at number 10 with these 4 problems. It says let f of x equal to 3x minus 2. So for all 4 of these problems, f of x is going to be 3x minus 2. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be transforming that function. It says use the given function to describe the listed transformations. Then write the equation of the transformed function. So in this case, in the first problem, they're saying take 2 times our original function. So if you want to just take care of that, our original function is 3x minus 2. So 2 times 3x minus 2, distribute that. 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times a minus 2 is a minus 4. And there is our function. All right, let's look at part C. F of x plus 2. So what we're going to do instead, we're doing something to the input here instead of to the whole function like we did up there and like in B. So in this case, we're going to take our original function. We're going to lift out the x and put in x plus 2. So x plus 2 will go right there, and then our minus 2 on the end. Notice it's just like the original function, except we're adding 2 to the x value. That's what that means. So now to clean it up, you've got to distribute. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. And then finally, combine those like terms. You're going to get 3x. 6 minus 2 is 4, so 3x minus 4. Okay? So what I want you to do with this worksheet is finish up B and D on your own. Graph the one up here at the top, and then come back over here on the front and graph the other 2 here on this paper. Bring it to class. If you have any questions about this, please bring them to class.